Hello, anyone and everyone. I am Echo, and today we are exploring Lifeless Planet. This is a game I honestly don't know much about. I know it's some kind of adventure game. I know it's set on Mars, which is cool. And I also know it's developed by, what's that name? Stage 2 Studios. So there you go, that's the developer. And, throughout the video or in the future videos or whatever, if you like it, try, support the developer, buy the game if you think it's something that looks like you want to play. There you go, there's the standard reminder so I don't feel horribly guilty. Yeah, we're going to be playing this now. It's going to be a blind playthrough, despite the fact that this says resume game. I did start the game up just to test out the controls. Apparently, controller doesn't work for the game for me for some reason. Probably something wrong with my thing. I could probably try and reinstall it. Reinstall the game and maybe the controller would work then, but I'm not going to go through all that because it's not a big deal. I'll just use keyboard and mouse if it's an adventure game. It's in third person, which is why I wanted to use the controller, but it shouldn't be much of a problem. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, also the game doesn't have any volume options or subtitles, so let's hope and pray that the dialogue is pretty loud and that the rest of the game isn't. So yeah, hope you all enjoy it. Let's start it up. New game. Landing site. The way she used to smile. Payload is too high. Reduce fuel.
Ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think that was their form of a loading screen. Just gonna go on a limb and say maybe those were that was like a collage of memories of the astronaut, because you can see the picture to the left right there. So the astronaut dude that we're playing as. Yeah. That's my guess. Collage of memories for the loading screen. Pretty nifty. Also pretty nice sound design for the shaking ship there. So yeah, there you go. Hey, look at this. This is Lifeless Planet. It's an indie game. Can you tell from the not incredibly great graphics? They're not bad though.
Oh, my head is killing me. It feels like I have a concussion. And where's my crew?
Hard landing. My head is foggy. The sound of my breath puffing in my helmet is hollow and distant. It's hard to tell how long I've been unconscious, and I'm worried that I might have a concussion. I wish I could lay back down and rest, see if the pain passes, but the situation is far too critical. To call that a hard landing would be kind. We crashed. Maybe the eggheads miscalculated the trajectory, or maybe we just hit a spell of bad luck. Whatever the case may be, this is not the paradise they described to us back home. There is no lush greenery. There's no sign of life at all. And where's my crew? I hope they're just securing a perimeter, and that I was only out for a few minutes. I need to find them, get their status, and figure out just what in the heck happened. Okay. So already from this part right here, I get the clue that this doesn't take place in modern times. I'm gonna guess it takes place in the future, because I don't think anybody nowadays would expect lush greenery on Mars. And but in the future, maybe, if they've partially terraformed the planet or something, or I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about this game. I'm going in blind for a reason. I want the full raw reaction and all that. Hope you all appreciate it. I'm doing this for you. Oh, that is log. Okay, I thought we were on docks already. Docks. Welcome to HoloTab. Featuring a holographic display surface for extra portability and versatility, HoloTab 3000 is the latest in tablet technology. HoloTab automatically scans and translates text written in over 800 languages. In addition, this device may be used to compose and store mission log entries. Yeah, definitely in the future. It would have to be in the future for a device to be able to automatically scan and translate things written in 8,000 languages. Or 800, I'm sorry. Sigh. Nothing over there. Okay. Alright. Cool. Not sure where to go. I'm gonna guess this way, because there's rocks over here, and it's a, pretty standard trick if you want to direct the player in a certain direction. New objective, you're low on oxygen.
An oxygen leak.
Find an oxygen supply before you pass out. But yeah, it's a standard trick in video game development to, oh, great. Oh, our vision's going black. I was trying to talk. Say, you put, things to mark the path of the player. Oh, we can jump. I should probably have assumed we could jump and try it. You put things in the path of the player to direct them where to go. Things like rocks and stuff like that, and the player will usually naturally move towards that stuff. Status update, oxygen tank filled, estimated 8 hours remaining. Okay, I don't think we actually, or I don't get the feeling that we actually need to, keep track of how much oxygen we have. Hope not. Oxygen supply vehicle model 8A. These supply vehicles will be sent to the planet 3 days in advance of the landing party to provide for longer excursions on the planet's surface. However, because unmanned probes have determined the planet is rich with life and oxygen levels on the planet are near Earth levels, these supply vehicles may not be needed. But we're gonna send them just in case. And trust me, my dude appreciates it. My dude, who is as of yet unnamed, and I will assume is meant to be a faceless, nameless character for the purpose of, the player, what do they call it? Crap. Self-insertion. A Mary Sue type character that has no real personality or anything, so that the player can put themselves in the shoes of the character easier. And I think so far for this game it works.
I understand that even at twice the speed of light, your journey will take 15 years.
That's right. We'll be traveling so fast, our spacecraft will arrive at the planet before the transmission of this interview does. But it's still such a long trip. We'll be put into a sort of coma. Our heart rate will be slowed dramatically to minimize aging during the flight.
How do you prepare for this one-way mission, knowing you will never return to Earth?
Well, I have a volunteer crew of very skilled and focused individuals. We all have a deep desire to explore, to go somewhere new. And frankly, we also have few attachments here on Earth.
Yeah, that's actually a real point in real life. How when it comes to space flights, astronauts are typically people who have very few attachments. They don't have families usually, despite what Hollywood might try to say. Because, frankly, going out into space takes a long time, and it gets very lonely, and it's also quite dangerous. So, if you have a family waiting for you on planet Earth, expecting you to come back, being gone for like a 2-year, and that's, to my understanding, 2-year journey into space would be kind of moderate, I guess. I'm not sure, actually. I'm not even going to open my mouth on that because I don't really know. But yeah, taking a trip out in space for a long time isn't all that good for people with families. And yeah, it seems there's a bit of platforming in this game. Was I wrong? Is it not actually an adventure game? I thought there were. I thought I'd heard there were like some puzzles and stuff. So far, I kind of get the. Whoops! Oh dear. One shot dead. Damn. Uh-oh, the thing is still down. When the game reloaded, was it supposed to lift that back up? No. Okay, never mind. That's really weird, though, that it reloaded and didn't lift the thing back up, because I guess we're supposed to go under here. And it was supposed to fall, so we didn't jump to the other side. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. But yeah, no, I had heard the game was going to have, like, a bunch of puzzles and stuff. Ooh, glowy bit, that means something for our hollow disk thing to scan. But so far it seems like it's mostly sort of narratively driven platformer?
At least
I don't
my
know, we'll
jetpack
see.
works. Well, mostly.
Oh, jetpack functional. Everything about this mission is a disaster so far. The lander took a beating, and with it most of my equipment. My suit is functional, but barely. The jetpack can still put out a single burst, which is useful for short jumps. I find I get the most distance when I trigger the burst at the top of my jumps. So, double jump, basically. There you go. Yeah, it's a very short double jump, too. Alright, that works. Whoops. There you go. You have to hold the jump button in order to get the most distance. There you go. Awesome. I actually kind of like the floaty jumping in this, because it fits, because we're on Mars.
Why are there no signs of life on this planet?
No signs of life. I was following a trackway left behind by my crew, but got separated from their trail. Hopefully I can make my way around. In the meantime, I still can't understand why this planet is barren and lifeless. Our remote observations were conclusive. This planet was rich with life. So, where did it go? Maybe we just dropped in the wrong spot, but my initial readings aren't coming up with any trace of biological activity. Okay. Yeah, like I said, this must be in the future, because if they went to Mars back in the past, there wouldn't be any expectations of life. But it doesn't seem super sci-fi yet. Yet. Being the key word of that sentence. There is still time for plenty of sci-fi business to rear its multi-eyed head. Can't make that jump. Ooh. Stuff back here. That actually looks like... That back there looks like progression. I think this is probably just optional. In fact, I don't even know if this serves a purpose. You can push certain objects with primary mouse button or joystick X. Well, joystick X don't work. No, cat, get away. Primary mouse button, there you go. Push it. Push it good. Exciting. Fantastic. Can we maybe... Oh, I forgot. Jumps can hurt. Yeah, can we push this over here and use it to jump up there?
I need to get up there somehow.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. So that's progression. So I want to go look at the other way first. Don't want to go missing something just because of impatience or anything like that. Who do you think I am? You're watching a higher grade of YouTuber right now. Ooh, what's that? Bonus item. You've collected a mineral sample 1 of 3. Wow. A fantastic and rare find of the manganese carbonate mineral rhodochrosite. Discovery indicates hydrothermal activity on this planet's history. Okay. Hope y'all enjoy my nerd voice, because I'm going to use it every time now. I understand half the words he said in that. Okay, not really. Maybe. I don't know. Wait, I forgot. We need to go down here. But yeah, collectibles, ugh. Y'all probably know how I feel about those collectibles. Oh, come on. Get up on the thing. Thank you. No, 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 no. There you go. Awesome. Did it. Okay, so that was a bit of a puzzle. We had to push the rock down and use it to jump up. Very, very basic puzzle. Like the kind you find in Half-Life 2. There you go. Also, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and I hope I'm not, I think using the boost thing, and it's not really a high enough jump to make us be quavering in our boots or anything. Actually, wait a minute. It did a little bit on that first one. Damn it. Whatever. Anyway, point is, I think using the boost jump right before we hit the ground should soften the fall. So I'll keep that in mind, because I don't want to accidentally kill myself from, you know, falling too high. That's an embarrassing death. Also, I'm assuming towards the water is, progress. Oh, yep, I was right. Sulfur. You've collected a mineral sample 2 of 3. A nice specimen of the 9th most common element in the universe. This particular mineral is quite large and suggests a sedimentary origin associated with ancient marine deposits. I can only imagine the vast oceans that might once have covered this planet. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Makes sense. Vast oceans and all that. Wait a minute. No, this is progression. I'm wrong. I'm wrong every time. This is progression because that down there is a dead end. So we're probably supposed to... Ooh. I think it softened the fall a little bit, but not entirely. Okay. But yeah, look, water. And life. There you go, we found life. Are you happy, Mr. Astronaut Guy? We found frogs. Weird alien frog things of some kind. And plenty of water. Water is... Oh, wait, no. Never mind. I'm thinking of something else. Water is not life. But water typically carries life because it has bacteria and stuff in it. And okay. Okay. So that was just an alternate path. Alright, that's nice. I guess. That's it's not bad. Levels are rather well designed, actually. Liking them. Liking them quite a bit so far. Don't like how we can't really go sideways because the camera keeps auto-adjusting to try and go forward. So, like, I'm not even touching the mouse right now. Without touching the mouse, the camera is continually changing. Not big a fan of that. It's the kind of thing that works better with, you know, if that's going to be the kind of camera control you go with for a game, that's the kind of thing that goes better with the controller, because with a controller you can easily hold the stick to, you know, self-correct. But with the mouse you can't really do that because you have to constantly scroll the mouse over repeatedly in order to try and do that. And that's really hard to do. But anyway, got us a glowing thing making a bunch of noise up here. What is this? Oh! Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa. Hey! Okay. That was dangerous. Somebody could have gotten hurt from that. Namely me. And the glowing thing making all the noise looked like a bed? I think that's going to be my guess. That's what I'm putting down. Yeah, it looked like a bed. Wait a minute. Does this dude have dead wife syndrome? You know, the video game cliche, or not even video game cliche, just cliche in general about the dude having like a dead wife and then going off and doing something dangerous because he misses her, and he has like a secret desire to die because he has trouble living without her. Because I pointed out at the beginning, the loading screen that I presume is made up of the memories talked about a woman, and then he had the picture in the cockpit of a woman, but in the interview he said he didn't have many attachments. That's why he became a astronaut. And then there was the bed, so maybe the wife got sick. She went in bed, or she spent a lot of time in bed because she was sick. Died, blah blah blah. There you go, I just figured out the entire plot of this game in the first episode. It's just a guess, really. Just a guess. Guess this is level 2 now? I think the game's broken up into levels. Quite sure. But anyway, more signs of life. He should be happy. We don't have any new logs for that or anything like that. But there's a town.
What is going on here?
Town means life, right? Gotta be. Also, I always love good use of fog in games. That's just something like Silent Hill and Kingsfield come to the top of my head. Those are games that use fog as a means of, you know, so that things don't pop up into the distance when it's like loading the level as you're moving through it. The fog covers the pop-up. But at the same time, fog, when used right in the proper setting, can add a lot to the atmosphere of a game, and it works good here because we're on Mars, and you know you can just. I don't know how common it is for Mars to have big sandstorms or anything like that, but from like watching movies and stuff, you can imagine they probably get a lot of things like that, sandstorms or just general wind blowing up a bit of sand. There probably would be a bit of like fog and stuff in the distance constantly.
What is the point of all this? Okay. I need to stay calm.
A strange discovery. For 15 years I hung and cryoed like a bag of forgotten frozen vegetables. That's what they said anyway. They played us real good with that story they spun. Another planet suitable for housing human life? Can't believe I fell for it. I actually have to compliment them on the lack of oxygen. That's a really nice touch. Of course, they probably just tampered with the meters. I bet I could take off my helmet right now. Is that what this is? A test to see how long it takes us to break protocol? I'm not some rocket jockey kid playing at being an astronaut. What in the world is the point of all this, and where did they take my crew? Need to stay calm. My head is still spinning from the crash. Probably need a doctor. I bet they think that's funny too. Wait. No, seriously, what is happening? I'm a little confused at that. Does he think, So does he think, like, the people who sent him on the mission, the government, I would guess, NASA or whoever, or ISA, since I guess they can't. NASA's probably a copyrighted name, so they probably can't use actual NASA. But yeah, is he thinking that they like tricked him? Man, after playing Firewatch, this is a little familiar, isn't it? Not even intentional on my part. Like I said, I don't know anything about this game. Kind of funny, though. Ooh. Your oxygen levels are nominal. Wait, do we have, like, an invisible oxygen meter that I am supposed to worry about? Oh, God.
У меня нет слов, чтобы выразить свою гордость в связи с началом наших экспериментов здесь, в этом новом мире. Когда мне описывали зеленый огонь, это звучало неправдоподобно, как будто из мультфильма. Я и не мог представить себе, что увижу такой красочный мир. Я
Okay,
просто ошеломлен
so
его красотой. И теперь
when our character does stuff, he only says like a single sentence and we have to read the whole thing. But for these, when it's translating other people, I guess it plays their voice in the background while they read over it. Well, I'm assuming, since you're watching this video, which is made very much in English, you probably don't speak Russian, so I will read this out. And you'll have to forgive me for speaking over the voice actor. Director's report. There are no words to emphasize my pride as I begin our experiments here on this new world. When they described the green fire to me, it sounded artificial, like something drawn in an animation. To imagine I would lay eyes on a world so colorful, I am overwhelmed by its beauty. And now we begin a difficult journey to cultivate this place in the name of the motherland. The governments of the West call our intentions aggressive. They do not believe in the sovereignty that is our Soviet Union. But we have seen so many victories. We repelled Germany's aggression in our glorious rise to power, and fought with valor to spread the communist ideal to other broken nations. But what we accomplish here will drive the Soviet Union ahead of the entire world without ever firing a shot. We will power the entire Soviet Union with what we learn here, and I am the one who will lead us to victory. Auto-translated from Russian. Yep. Okay. So, clearly, the Russians got here first, apparently, and set up a settlement with nice, neat little houses. And we're basically, I guess, just using this as a general, like, research facility to try to learn things.
How is this possible?
And apparently the planet did used to be green. When the Russians got here, it was all green and beautiful, as the director there said. But it stopped being green at some point, as you can see by the evidence around us. This building looks special, so let's try to go inside. It is not special. We cannot go inside.
Let's get up there.
Yep, that's what I figured. We gotta jump up on top there. I wonder. More pushing business? Yep. More pushing business. There you go. Awesome. Not bad at all. Lab Security Code Part B. Second half of a code for access to Southern Laboratory. 549. In keeping with security protocol, this portion of the security code must be kept separate from other half of code. All translated from Russian. Okay. Well, sounds like we are going to the Southern Laboratory. But in order to get there, we have to find both pieces of the code. Oh, sorry. Oh, snap. Oh, crap. Oh, I just knocked out their TV. They're gonna be so mad. Ooh. I mean, if the cable's not working, you always got Netflix, right? Do they get Netflix on Mars? Oh, I hope they do. Netflix. You know what? Netflix, as soon as there are colonies on Mars, you better jump on that opportunity to be the sole provider of television to those people. You will make billions of dollars. I guarantee you, Netflix, if you're listening to this, because of course you are. I know you are. I know you, Netflix. We've known each other for a long time. You're going to want to seize that opportunity. Trust me. And it even matches. You know, it's the red planet. Your logo is red. It just works. It just works, guys. Trust me. Do it. Go ahead. Here, I'll even, you know what? Pay me, and I will knock down all these people's cable receivers. Or actually, satellite receivers. What am I saying? Yeah, I've been calling it cable. It's obviously satellite, because cables don't require putting up a rod on top of your house. But yeah, you even, pay me a little bit under the table. I will sneak into their places, their houses, and everything for you, and knock out their television. They'll have no choice but to go with your service. I say that, and it's ironic, because I don't actually use Netflix. I find it more convenient to... Well, I don't watch TV, really. Not much TV. I watch a few TV shows here or there, and it's honestly just more convenient for me to buy the show on DVD and just kind of, like, binge watch it over the course of a couple weeks. I guess that's not really binge watching it if it takes you a week or two to watch it, but still, I watch a few episodes every night, and watch the show that way. I see some stuff over there, and of course there's something over there. Oh, and something right here. Things I miss. Life has gotten very hard here. I want to go home so much. My brother said I should make a list of things I miss about home. I smile when I think about these things. Hopefully we'll be able to go back very soon. Things I miss from home. Sheburashka, laughter, music, babushka's samovar, medicine, fresh bread, milk, mommy. Okay. I don't know what Sheburashka is. I believe babushka is Russian for grandmother. And I don't know what samovar is, but medicine? They didn't bring any medicine with them? Are you freaking people crazy? Isn't this like a scientific research place? You gonna go to another planet and not bring medicine? What kind of idiots are you? Also, they didn't bring any music. It's also pretty dumb. Like, literally, music and books. You can guarantee those go on every trip into outer space, and there would be a crap ton of those going if somebody was going to make a settlement on another planet. Like, seriously. I can understand not being able to get fresh bread, milk, and obviously not everybody can bring their mother along, but still. And laughter. That one's a little funny. Kind of a dark funny, but funny nonetheless. And looks like some of the houses right here got buried under the sand? Or is that just a oddly shaped rock? No, that is a house, definitely. You can see a outline of a like window right here, and it's clearly looks like it's been inlaid with like bricks or something. But that, I'm guessing this is the Southern Laboratory, the one that we need both the pieces of the code for. It's a bit of an educated guess there, since hidden laboratories usually have entrances that look like this.
It's locked.
Yep, the door is locked. Find both parts of the security cord. Code, not cord, sorry. I was right. I knew it. All me. Looks like... I'm just going to take a stab in the dark here. Looks like the other part of the security code's probably over in that other very significant looking building. But before we end the episode, let's check out whatever this is.
These graves seem pretty makeshift. Like they were in a hurry to bury the bodies.
Shallow graves. Discovered a collection of makeshift graves outside the town. Whatever and wherever this place is, it seems things didn't end well for the inhabitants. Oh, great. Great. Fantastic. Best way to end the episode possible. We not only have a weird futuristic space mystery thing to solve about a planet that is apparently dying that shouldn't be dead, and on top of that, now there's a bit of a local mystery to solve. Something super bad happened to the people who lived here, and they had to bury the bodies really quickly. That is great. That is the perfect cliffhanger to end this episode on, and I'm out of time anyways. So when we get back, we will travel over there to the thing that looks like a big barn, like a really tall barn, and we'll try to figure out what's going on. I'll see y'all next time. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you continue to enjoy it. Bye-bye.